I'm on the floor. Floor I love to dance, so give me more. More till I can't stand get on the floor. Floor like it's your last chance if you want more. More than here I am.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. I know, I'm cringy. I'm aware. Hi, guys! I messed up my own schedule. I'm bad at schedules, which is why I don't like to do schedules. What is this crap? Iced tea? I wanted a lemonade. Well, I like iced tea. Anyways, today is a TMI story. I'm telling you about my Bill Paxton lover. Oh, sorry. I know some of you don't like when I rip the bag. Let me set this up. The guy didn't have a crush on me because he gave me one zesty for a large onion ring. Alright. Ranch. I wonder how much the sales of ranch have gone up. Probably exponentially since mukbangers came into play. Alright, let's start with an onion ring. Beauty bite. Zesty. Let me tell you what I have here. These are new. All dressed chicken nuggets. So you know all dressed chips? I don't know if you guys have them in the US. I don't think so. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. They're like a tangy, how would I describe all dressed? Like a tangy barbecue. So they're seasoned with all dressed seasoning, like the chips. So let's try it on its own. Beauty bite. It's kind of weird. It does taste like all dressed chips though. It is good. And I got the Angry King, but with one patty instead of two. Would be too much meat for me. What's on the Angry King? Bacon, onion straws, jalapenos, mayo, some kind of hot sauce. Alright. Let's have a bite of the burger, and we'll get to the story time. Beauty bite. It was really good. I was craving Burger King. Alright, so, Bill Paxton lover. This guy looks like Bill Paxton, a younger Bill Paxton, who, I didn't even know, passed away in 2017, so rest in peace, Bill Paxton. I liked him. Do you remember how I told you I used to work? I was like, I don't know, I don't even know my age in some of these stories, 19 or 20, I think. I had to work a summer job at this telemarketing place. Anyway, the telemarketing place with that brown noser woman who told on me because my skirt was see-through. That place. We had to sell pantyhose, CDs, encyclopedias, and I think Disney figurines. Anyway, I was on like a crappy shift where we'd end pretty late and the bus would be out of circulation at that time. I come from a pretty small town and the bus service wasn't the greatest at the time. I was always worried about catching rides. I remember my mom being like, somebody might try to make friends and find out if somebody lives near us and who can drop you back home or whatever. That stressed me out because I have social anxiety in a lot of ways. Like, who am I gonna ask? The brown noser who told on me? She'd probably rather see me freeze and walk home in my thong. So, there were a couple of nice guys who were generous, but they were generous with a motive. I told you about the one guy with the truck. Might have been Boomhauer. The one who wanted to watch that cannibal movie, got finger happy and watched the cannibal movie. Ravenous. Story time somewhere on my channel. This guy, the Bill Paxton guy, was another guy. Got to talking on smoke breaks. Kind of hinted around how cold it was outside and how it's going to suck having to walk home. And he just kept smoking and went, yeah. And then after a minute of awkward silence, he was like, well, I can give you a lift if you want. I was like, yes. But then, on one condition kind of thing, you know, like, do you want to have a couple of drinks first and then I'll drive you home kind of thing? He was nice and a part of me was just like, whatever, you know. I guess. Never learned my lesson. So, drive over to his house. And then we had the work weeks were very short for us anyway. There were some regulars, like the brown noser, who got like 5 days a week, but most people didn't. So we would have been off for a few days after, and he offered me some drinks, and we had some drinks. It was like Budweiser. Turn off. You guys ever have this? So good. Anyway. I'm having Budweiser, and I drank too much. And beer doesn't agree with my gut. We didn't back then either. So, he had too much to drink, so of course, he can't drive me home. So, and back then, I didn't have any money to my name for a cab or whatever. Didn't want to bug my mom, because I was delinquent already. So, I had to sleep over. Now, we had a small apartment. You know the deal. We ended up, you know, hooking up. But, let me get back to, I hate sleeping out at guys' places, because the beer. I knew with my bathroom problems, and it's TMI, I warned you if you're grossed out, but I knew I was gonna have to go to the bathroom. And of course his bathroom didn't have a fan to block out noise. It was a small bathroom, small apartment, bathroom near the bedroom. Horror story. Ugh. And this guy, okay, the thing that bugged me about him was that he ate like Chunk the groundhog. It's an Instagram famous rodent. You'd have to see him eating. I'll try to post a picture. No joke. He ate like all the food would foam around his mouth. It was just horrible. So, and he would sometimes spit food. Anyway, back to that night. His bedroom was really weird. It looked like it was his grandma's room or something. Like his apartment was weird because it was like bachelor kind of pad meets grandma's home. He had like those doily curtains, and his headboard on his bed had those shelves. It was like a brown headboard with shelves, and there were like religious figurines like the Virgin Mary and the manger, baby Jesus. So we both had too much Budweiser. This guy grabs my head as if he wants to get a good grip, and just hoovers my face with that Chunk the groundhog mouth. My face was so far in his face I could taste his dinner. Sorry. Oops. It was so forceful, I fell back, kind of hit my head, not too hard, but hard enough I guess, hit my head on the headboard, which caused one of the Virgin Mary statues to go flying. Oh my god. So I picked up the religious figurine, and to try to stall the makeout session a bit, I was like, whose stuff is this? Like, what is this? And he just like, who cares? And just threw it. And I swear, I heard it hit another religious figurine somewhere in the room. I heard a clank. There was a bottle of Bengay on the dresser too. I'm like, this has to be his grandma's room or something. It was like a stereotypical grandma's room. It was weird. Anyway, eventually we pass out. I maybe had like an hour sleep total because every time I had gas, I had to pass wind, it would wake me up because I'm trying to hold him in so he doesn't hear me. I don't wake him up with my farts. So I'm like, I'd have to wake up every time I had to pass gas just to clench him, you know? And it prevented me from getting good sleep. Of course, he wakes up around lunchtime, and I'm just like, please drive me home. He insisted before we go home, before I get dropped off, we go to Billy K's and have lunch. And Billy K's is like a hot dog hamburger place in my hometown. So good. The hot sauce. And I'm like, you want me to eat Billy K's right now? I have more PSI than a pressure cooker right now. I've been holding in my gas all night. So, anyway, all this Billy K's wasn't that busy. I got to use the public washroom, and I honestly just went in there and farted for like 2 minutes straight. And another thing that worried me was I had maybe $2 to my name, like in quarters. Embarrassing, so I was just like, oh my god, how am I gonna tell him I have no money? So I kind of like made a joke, and I was like, are you paying? I said, is this a date, and are you paying? And he's like, yeah, I got you, girl. Thank God. That would have been embarrassing. Anyway. I started walking home because I had to walk home from my jobs a lot, and they were pretty far. Well, it took me like maybe a half an hour to get home, and it was just cold. But I didn't last very long at that place anyway. So the guy, he ended up dating the brown noser lady. I even think they had a kid together. I wonder if it was conceived in the room with all the religious figurines. No. Why would you put them all on the headboard? I think the last thing you want to happen when you're rocking the headboard having a good time is to get hit in the head by Mother Mary. You know, just saying. He had an old cat, too. It was, like, so old. It had, like, one tooth left. I still loved it. I love all cats. Anyway, I know I'm complaining now in retrospect. At the time, I liked hooking up, okay? I mean, you know, I was discovering myself, my sexuality, yada, yada, yada. And I found it inside that guy's mouth. It, like, opened wide. The burger was good. Of course, their onion rings are okay. They could have been crunchier. The nuggets, I prefer the regular ones, or the regular spicy. They tasted too weird. They were good. I mean, I ate them. I was really hungry, but... Oh, excuse me. Anyways, guys. That's it for now. Bye, guys.